yourself there, mate.
Should be okay
Perfect.
now. It should be
Got yeah.
recording well. Um, well then, let's get started then. Well. We got Doge Run here tonight. Doge Run is AMA Central. Grizz and LKD are representing. The team is bigger than that, anyways. And well, if you don't mind it, Grizz, I would just love to hear from you. Of course, you're going to be the main character tonight, right? You're going to be the one speaking most. And then well, I want to hear a little about the team first. I want to hear what's behind this whole project.
Absolutely, yeah. So I'm going to try and answer all the questions I can. Obviously, LKD will fill in with the marketing aspects, but the actual project and development side, yeah, I'm your man for that. So my name's Grizz. I'm on operations and development on the team. I basically back up to make sure that the game is where it needs to be, the development of the project, all of the decision making, that sort of thing. The game's obviously called Doge Run. The idea behind it was incorporating an addictiveness of a run game while giving investors a chance to earn attractive profits. The game is inspired by sort of Geometry Dash, Mario Run, or that old Sonic sort of style run game that we know is a timeless game and is just really, really addictive to play. Yeah, LKD, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, definitely. Hey guys, I'm LKD, so I'm responsible for the marketing. We also have another core member of the team called Nickel. He also does a lot of marketing. Unfortunately, today he couldn't join in. He's on a flight. So yeah, me and Grizz, we've known each other for the past, let's say 7 to 8 months. We started investing together. We've seen a lot of different projects. We've seen a lot of things that we liked, mostly things that we didn't like, and we were like, let's go for it. Let's combine our experience together, make this going, and yeah, I'll be answering any marketing questions.
Yeah, and
Yeah, and
as OKD said, we've also got Nickel, who can't make it into the call. He's on a flight, and our contract developer, who's currently we finished the audit, but he's just clearing some things up. And we also have a game developer, a designer who's on board, and then we also have a web developer as well in our core team.
lovely. Sounds lovely. Yeah. Okay. Let's talk a little about community management. So, do you have any community managers? Who's taking care of the community? Is it all of you together? Is it I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah, so community, as OKD said, it's always going to go on to say is a huge, huge factor for us. We've brought in a specialized team of mods who mainly look after that community. They're always in the voice chat. I don't know if anyone's already had a chance to come in to the group, but we have almost 24/7 voice chat because we believe that's a huge, huge factor. They're always in there, always being active. We've got mods in the chat. We have Jack, who also is part of the moderation and the core team. And then LKD heading up marketing is always active in there because he believes that this is a huge, huge factor for us.
Sounds great. That sounds good. I like what I saw. The first time you sent me the project, I really liked what I saw. I felt like it was very professional, which is the first thing you really notice when you see something, when you come across a project. Generally, you can see whether a lot of time and effort has been put into, or it was just a very quickly thought of project. Now, one thing I wanted to cover is, of course, the whole utility and also the name and the logo. I feel like you've decided to go for a very meme looking like token. He's of course in the Doge family, which is very bullish, and people get very hyped around. So it's not about marketing strategy, but what's behind Doge Run? What can we actually find behind the whole context and the whole image and idea of Doge Run?
Okay, so yeah, you've pretty much said it there. The Doge for us, we believe that running on hype and the in trends is a huge thing for projects in the BSC space. But we believe that we've incorporated the best of both worlds. We have the music and timeless run game, and we've also got the unique utilities where we're riding on that wave of hype. The actual game idea came from, I mean, me myself, I don't know about you, but I've played Geometry Dash, Mario Dash. I mean, I still have Geometry Dash on my phone. Like, I really, really enjoy that game. And the idea kind of came a couple of months ago. As LKD said, we've been investors and we've realized what people could do better, and we saw an opportunity in the market, and we had the tools and the contacts to do so. So we thought we'd put together something and really, really work hard towards it to bring the best project possible, which I believe is what we're doing.
Sounds really good. Sounds really good. Could you get in depth a little of the technical aspects of your whole project in terms of how the utility is going to run, how the whole platform is going to run? Could you just run us through a little bit of the internal technical things of the whole project?
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously, as mentioned in one of the posts, it's going to be a play to earn game. So there's two ways to earn in game. One of them will be through the leaderboard function. So the top 50 members or the top 50 players each week will be rewarded a certain percentage of the rewards. The top few members will obviously get the higher percentage, and then that will lower down as you get to the top 50. The then more normal and I'm going to say easier way to earn is just by the in-game function, which is you collect coins as you're running along, dodging obstacles, dodging enemies, and the coins you collect throughout the level, you get those coins back in our native token Doge run. We are also bringing out an NFTs in the near future. These will be tradable with BNB, and we are looking at creating our own marketplace, but when they are launched, they will be tradable on the mainstream marketplaces like Travladd, NFT Trade, and so on. The utility of the token is that our native token Doge Run will be really, really important to the success of our project, because to share in the riches of this Doge Run game, you have to hold token to play, and then when you win, obviously the rewards will be directly sent. This ensures that the success, because you have to hold the token to play, so there won't be people who aren't interested in the project or aren't interested, they just want to earn the money. They will also have to hold it to play.
Great. It sounds very, very good. Okay, now that we've talked a little about the utility, I want to talk about the monetization of your platform. At last, when we invest into something, we want to make sure that this is profitable in some kind of way. And it is not only community supported, it needs to be business supported, mainly, in my opinion. The community feeling is lovely and necessary to start growing, but it gets to a point where you need to match that with a real business growth and a real business development. Okay. How is that going to happen for you? How are you guys going to monetize? Is it going to be pay to play as well at a certain time? I mean, are you going to be able to play all levels for free? What are the conditions that you're going to be, let's say, putting on top of the whole gaming platform, the whole game?
Absolutely, yeah, I'd completely agree with that. You can have the community as much as you want, but everyone is in this game to make money. So we understand that. For us, we've looked at implementing a small fee to play so you can play the non-play to earn function for free. We've looked at implementing a small fee. There's two reasons for doing this. Part of it is so that it's not all sell pressure. They do have to buy into the game per se. And another reason for doing this is to do with the bots. If you have a buy, and it does help stopping cheaters, but that's something we can go into a bit later. Obviously, just the other side of it is just the profitability of trading the token. If you're buying in at this ground floor, you see what we've created, this game level 1, and you see this is the first thing we've done. If you see what we could do with more time and with more funds, with more backing, then you're going to see that we're going to be in a much better position in 2 or 3 months. If the game and the project's in a better position, then I feel that the token price is going to move in tandem with that, and that's where the profitability is going to come for the holders.
Makes a lot of sense. Love it. Okay, now that we talked about that, let's give a little bit of a run through of the whole pre-sale process, your whitelists, how many tiers you're gonna have, whether you have 1 tier, 2 tiers, 3 tiers, whether you're gonna have an open pre-sale. Could you run us through the whole pre-sale process? Thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have done a whitelist pre-sale. We believe we want to reward the people who have kind of helped the community grow and worked for that. So we've implemented some winners for referral bots, some winners for our shillers. But we have tier 1 and tier 2. Tier 1 is guaranteed allocation, so there's 300 spots for that, and tier 2 is 400 and around 450 spots. And I just forgot to mention the hard cap is 475 BNB. So the tier 1 will have 300 and tier 2 will have 175 shared between 450 people. So it's not massively oversubscribed. We feel we're still giving people a chance to get in, but obviously that tier 1 is the most sought after position, and that is why the people who've worked the hardest for the community and for the project will be rewarded for that.
Makes full sense. Okay, now that we talked already about the tiers and the whitelisting, what do our guys have to do to whitelist? Or whether it's tier 1 or tier 2? I mean, I think tier 1 is already allocated in it.
Yeah, we'd love to give what's up to you guys. We've been wanting to get into this AMA for a while. I know we've been Benson, you've been in contact with my team for a while. So we definitely have some spots which we can allocate for you guys. I think the way we usually do it is that the people who interact the best within the AMA and ask the best questions and sort of show themselves as interested, they're the guys who want to get involved. Do you know what I mean? So we'd be happy to allocate some at the end of this AMA to the people who contribute the most.
Fully agree. I like to as well reward people that take their time and show appreciation. So I agree. Well, you'll choose it yourself after the AMA. We're going to give a full round of questions and stuff. So you're going to be able to choose it yourself, whether you want to give like 10, 20, 30 white lists. Not those many usually, because we're not going to have those many questions, but maybe like, let's say 5 to 10 white lists would be fair. And if you then want to do a Google form and do like a limited Google form where the first like 10 or 20 people from our group fill it in and get whitelisted, then that's also a chance for them to get whitelisted. Just completely up to you. That's going to be up to you fully. But let's keep talking a little about Doge Run now. I've seen that you guys have been doing some marketing. What can we expect from you in the next, let's say, 1 to 2 weeks after launch?
Yeah, okay, dude, that's your place to shine.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I could directly answer your question, but I would just like to say something before. I would say the most important thing in our marketing is the fact that we are looking to build a very solid foundation with the community. So as Chris mentioned, we have a fully operative moderating team, 24/7, different time zones. The voice chat is open all the time, so it obviously it will eliminate any FUD or at least reduce it heavily after launch. Builds a great community, gives people more trust, etc. So that foundation itself will help massively any marketing we do after launch, because obviously when you do marketing, if done correctly, the chart pumps, but if there's a solid foundation, the chart will not dump, or at least it will not dump as much. So we've got obviously the classic stuff, CMC, CG, we've got Dexel trending, YouTube gameplay reviews. Obviously the game will be ready after launch. Level 1 will be ready, so we can have or we will have a lot of YouTubers, mainly in the P2E play to earn niche on crypto, do a lot of reviews for us. Obviously we'll have a lot of banners, and yeah, I mean, I guess if you want me to go maybe more into what we've done so far, because I mean, what we've done so far, I feel is like the most important thing, and obviously we will do more of that after launch.
Okay, well, that's nice. When it comes to your development in terms of community growth, do you guys interact a lot with the community? What kind of style do you have in terms of community growth? Do you allow the community to be a part of it? Do you guys manage it all by yourselves? How do you guys plan to get growing? Because we all can grow with money. It's not that difficult. You just get the best out of the best. Get some good influencers, get some nice core groups, get some nice AMAs, and that way you get growing. But I think community growth is the most powerful one. At the same time, the most organic one in it.
Yeah, absolutely. I
Definitely.
completely agree with that, because word of mouth is the best kind of marketing. You can spend whatever you want on marketing, but that word of mouth, friend to friend, peer to peer, shilling, telling them, look, this project's going to be great, getting them involved. I think that's what we're really going for. And there's a few sort of incentives that we've already put in place for this sort of thing. Some of that is that shill army group, which we're rewarding with the tier 1 whitelist. So the most sought after spot, we're giving them to that for working. The same with this referral bot incentive, and this LKD can cover as well, but we're continuing the referral bot into the actual launch, and we're taking the whitelist out of it, and we're bringing cash rewards in for people who bring in the most real members as well. So we'll have ways to detect bots. So that's going to be a big thing for us as well. How we manage the community, we've already brought on some huge members of the community who were putting in a lot of spirit, a lot of time, a lot of effort. They clearly believe in the project, and we've brought them on board. We've said, look, we'd like you to kind of help out with the community. As far as listening to the community goes, we absolutely listen to them. We take on board what they say. As far to go as when we bring out the NFTs, we are bringing in, they're almost as a governance token. So the people who have these NFTs will have voting rights, and they will have some power within the project to see where it goes in the future.
Yeah. I'd just like to add. So obviously, you asked like how are we going to build the community. We're doing multiple things. Obviously, I mentioned the mod team. The mod team is doing a lot of weightlifting in terms of how can I word this? Just focusing on the investors. Doing a lot of giveaways, a lot of contests when we will have our game ready. People can join the voice chat and we'll have contests. People will screen share their screen and play the game, with like, let's say 4 or 5 people at once. And the winner, who, completes the level 1 as fast as possible, or, gets the most coins, will win a specific reward. So we have a lot of things, and I would say like the most important thing to build trust in a community is just, well, obviously all what I mentioned, but also keeping your word, and the game development will be a part of that. If we say we'll have level, let's say 5 by 2 weeks after launch, we'll get that level. If we say we have play to earn, in 2 months' time, we'll get the play to earn system. So and also like, the more the game will develop, the more players we get, the more rewards we give away, the more people will get excited. As Chris said, word to mouth, everyone will know about us, and that's how you, I would say, create sustainable hype, and bring in not only investors but the big boys, the whales, the guys that love investing into perhaps higher market caps than usual, but at least they are investing into something that is solid and proven has a utility. So that's my answer.
Yeah, I do believe your project is solid, is strong, and it don't have to hesitate when it comes to, let's say, considering the professionalism as well of the team. As I said before, there is really a lot that you guys are going to be offering. Hopefully, we are putting a lot of trust into you as well. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. At last, you wouldn't be here. So, Okay, well then, guys, everything sounds pretty good. What about the tokenomics? If we can talk, just talk about the tokenomics for a little bit, and then just jump straight into the questions of our investors.
Yeah, absolutely. So I may as well kind of give you the whole breakdown of it, so that it doesn't lead to any questions after. The buy and sell tax will be 11%. 4% of that will go to marketing. 2% goes to buyback function, a manual buyback function. 2% goes to game rewards to fill up that wallet. 2% goes to the game development, and then 1% goes into liquidity, meaning we have a strong liquidity pool. The total supply is 100 billion. The split between that, we have 13% went to the private sale, 10% is locked into the rewards, game rewards, 4% into the team wallet, 4% into the marketing wallet, 39% for pre-sale, 28% for the pancake, and then 2% into staking. And instead of having a buyback and burn, we have a buyback and stake function. So all of the tokens built into brought up from the buyback along up until the staking point will be added to this staking wallet. We actually thought we were the first people to do this function, but after speaking to a few people, a few other new coins have done it, and it actually worked really well. So we're looking forward to that. The starting market cap is going to be around 650,000, depending on BNB's price.
Sounds good enough, I think. Well then, great guys. I mean, fair enough. That sounds good. I think the tokenomics is very, very stable as well. You know, pretty sober, not anything crazy, not really high taxes that we can't even afford investing in. I like it. Good guys. I think. Well, I want to give you like open space and open room as well to say anything you want to that we've missed or that I haven't covered tonight. Tonight's AMA. If you have anything else to say that I haven't asked you before we jump into the questions, then it's all yours.
Yeah, I've got a couple of things I'd like to add, really. I mean, we've also obviously talked about the project, so our side of the project, but game-wise, that is what our project's based around, although there is a token and there is the NFTs. I'd just like to explain a little bit more about the game. I've said, obviously, how the basics of it work. We will have level 1 released at launch. For this first season, we plan to have 5 levels. They will have staggered release so that we can continue the hype and continue the anticipation for the release of these levels. Within the level, we are keeping with the basic run theme, but we believe we're really pushing it to its limits. So it won't just be like 5 levels of the same run thing with a different background. We plan to have different levels incorporating different things. So one of them will be an underwater level, which you almost swim in. One of them will be an anti-gravity level. One of them, I'm not going to explain all the levels because I don't want to spoil the surprise, but you get what I'm saying. It's not just going to be a basic run game. Also within that, we have multiple characters. So these are going to be the NFTs which have unique functions, and we're really, really excited for these. We believe our designer, he's kind of one of the best in the business. He's a professional artist outside of crypto, and we've managed to get him in and get him on board with this project, which we're really excited for. The 5 different characters will then obviously have numerous variations, as all NFT projects have, ranging from like hyper rare to common. We believe that these are going to be very tradable and very profitable for people that buy them. They're going to have massive utility in game, as I said. They will have a unique utility, so I don't want to go into it. I don't want to ruin it. But one of these may be like a power boost, sort of. You can, which will enhance your earning opportunities. And then also I mentioned about the staking feature and possibly the governance token features of this NFT. So we're really, really excited for those 2 things. We think the game and the NFT are big bullish signs for us. The fact that we already have them underway, level 1 is going to be ready at launch. I mean, a lot of games don't even have anything to give you until a couple months after. So we're really, really excited that we can bring this to market with that.
Agree. I like that you covered something in your hands. You know, as I said before, it just looks really professional. You guys are lovely to talk to, lovely to speak to as well. You know, the professionalism is there, and that's what we look for. At last, you know, not only me, but all of us want investors to be considerably aware that in order to run a business, you need professionalism and professional people and prepared people. You know, you can't give a business to a dog, basically. You know, you need to be prepared enough, and that's where you come from right now. You come from a background that is clearly professional, and that's what I like. That's what makes me feel comfortable about hosting the CMA right now. So overall, good, love it. Good project. If you guys have the chance to, of course, join them and join the pre-sale, then you're lucky. And And if you don't join the pre-sale, I'm sure at launch you'll have a great chance as well. Just as a summary, Chris, if you can repeat once again for our investors, when is the pre-sale going to take time, the whitelist spots and so on? I'm sure you'll be happy.
Yeah, absolutely. So the pre-sale is the 20th of December, and the launch is the 22nd. The whitelist actually closes in 30 minutes, but as we've said, we are going to give 5 to 10 spaces to your community because we feel that we want to reward these guys, and we're really happy that you had us in here. So we will make an exception if those wallets are slightly late. Yeah, so the launch is on the 22nd of December, and the pre-sale the 20th. The pre-sale is 475 BNB hard cap, 1 BNB max contribution.
Did you mention tiers? We'll have 2 tiers as well. Maybe,
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, sorry. Yeah, I mentioned it earlier, but yeah, we do have 2 tiers, tier 1 and tier 2. Obviously, tier 1 is guaranteed allocation, and then tier 2 will be a bit harder to get into, but we still believe, well, it's still just over a third that will get in. So yeah.
Yeah, you did mention it earlier on. Good guys. I mean, don't wanna go into it any longer. I liked it. I am happy that you guys are around. We're gonna jump into questions right now, and the first question is gonna go for Crypto Knight. Crypto Knight, you are able to speak right now. You can say anything you want.
Yeah, good evening on my side. Brilliant AMA. I really have been following the project for some time now. I've seen it on plenty cool channels. But my key question is, obviously we've seen successful play to earn or coming up play to earn sort of projects such as sort of similar or kind of similar as Doge Dash. Have you been researching into how Doge Dash became so successful? And do you, obviously, I know you strive to sort of go beyond that level. Is that something you guys have researched into? Something like Doge Dash, the way they've got to,
Yeah,
300 million market cap, and how
absolutely,
they've gone about it.
Doge Dash and micropets are two, which the gameplay of level 1 is very similar. Yeah, so they're 2 projects which we have watched closely from start to now, and yeah, we believe that they've done really well. Doge Dash would have done so well, in my opinion, not because of the actual quality of the game, but because of the team behind it. They kind of run off the hype of I'm going to say a B-list or C-list celebrity. So they've got all of these guys to just promote it. And that's why if you look on the chart, it has this exponential growth, and then it's just kind of dumping off. I mean, no discredit to them. They've obviously done absolutely amazing. But from our point of view, we're looking for something more sustainable. And if that growth takes a bit longer, that's fine, because we don't have I'm going to say the financial backing or the famous backing that they have, but we still believe we can achieve the same or better with the project or the product that we bring out. We won't be running off that huge famous hype because we don't have that just yet. Absolutely, when we grow, when we get a bigger marketing budget, we have those contacts, we have people we can reach out to get them on board. But yeah, that's how we believe they succeeded. It wasn't from the project as such being amazing. It was just that huge hype and that huge push that they were able to put behind it.
I think having the game, or at least level 1 ready, is a very, very important element.
Exactly, yeah.
I think Doge Dash didn't have it ready. They had it ready after
and
2 months.
If you look at any utility on any project, I mean, personally, I've never seen a utility be ready on launch day or even early on. So yeah. I believe this will give us a big advantage.
Exactly, and for
Doge, I don't even know when Doge Dash released their game. I mean, obviously it wasn't.
They released a demo fairly soon, but it took them a while. Yeah. Only a couple of weeks ago did they release their full 10-level demo, and to this point they haven't even released their play to earn. So we plan to move things a lot faster than that, and we plan to be in a much better place. We wanted to bring you level 1 on launch for one reason. We wanted to show you that we are serious. We are coming with a legitimate project, and we're not here to time waste or to time rug. We wanted to show you how amazing we can do with just this level 1, and to show that if this is what we can do with this short amount of time, imagine you buying at this ground floor and we're in 2, 3, 4 months when we've released all 5 levels, we've released the NFTs. Imagine how much in a better place we're going to be, and you're going to have that confidence in us because we've brought you something before we've even started. So yeah, we're really, really excited, and thank you for your question, Crypto Night.
Yeah, thank you for listening, and look forward to the project.
Thank you. Look forward to seeing you there.
Thank you very much, Crypto Knight. That was a good question and a very good answer to you. I agree, guys. I already said it a couple of times. I agree fully that bringing utility and bringing something to launch demonstrates that you guys have been putting in the work. Carlos, you got a question for the Doge Run guys?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, mate, you're right.
Hey, man.
My question is based on security. What type of security are you going to have on the game to avoid bots from generating those high spots on the leaderboard? I'm sorry, my English today is horrible.
It's okay, mate. It's okay. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. So what deterrence do we have against cheaters effectively? This is something I slightly mentioned earlier, and part of it is going to be to do with this hold function and this cost to play the game, because this is something that makes it much harder for them to write an algorithm. There's also things within the game which we can do. One of them is making the game hard, and the harder the game is, the longer and the more difficult it becomes for them to make this algorithm. And if they realize it's not going to be profitable, then they're not going to do it. Another way we've looked at doing it is creating randomly spawned objects, and randomly the game's changing as you go through, which obviously adds other things. And then the more technical side to it, I'm afraid I won't be able to answer because I'm not the game dev, but this is absolutely at the front of our minds, because we'd hate a few people to sort of ruin the game for everyone. And this isn't something that we'd let happen. We haven't spent this much time and this much effort for a few people to ruin it for everyone.
Perfect. That sounds great. And one last thing quickly. Are you guys planning on having like a mushroom or extra lives for the game, like in Mario, when you hit a block and a mushroom comes out and gives you like an extra life or something like that for the game in the future?
Yeah, that's a really good idea. I think the great thing with this is the sky's the limit. There's so many opportunities and so many things we can bring in, and this comes back to the community thing. Like we're gonna have polls, we're gonna have competitions where people can suggest their big idea and their thing they want us to integrate into the game. We already have power ups and power downs in level 1, so there's a bone, like a treat, and that speeds you up. And then there's also this tree sap which you want to avoid, which slows you down. So that's on level 1, and then as the levels go on, there's going to be more and more. I don't want to spoil it too much, but that's definitely something. And then we also have with these NFT utilities, there is going to be an NFT that's going to help with that lives that you're talking about. So yeah, it's definitely going to happen.
Perfect. Thank you. And
All right,
thank you
thanks for your
allowing
question,
me
mate.
questions.
No problem.
No worries, Carlos. We like your insights. Thank you so much for your question, of course. Let's go with Grossum now. Next, Grossum, happy to see you, mate. Lovely having you around.
How you doing?
Hey, mate, you all right?
How you doing? What the question was, I was just based on that last question about security. Have you thought about, as it being a play-to-earn game, have you looked into making sure there's not going to be any glitches that people can manipulate in order to just basically keep the game looping, or just continually running?
Yeah, of course. So this is something, again, which is going to be more on the game dev side. I can answer the question to the best of my ability. Every little thing that could be done or could be manipulated is being looked into. For us, the security is of paramount importance. There will be functions on there which deterrent bots and stop cheaters. I can't say the exact functions because I don't know the specifics of them. But yeah, this is definitely something that will be fixed. And a big point of that also I wanted to add is that's part of the reason why we're not releasing the play to earn function straight away, because we realize that we need to release the game. I'm not going to call it alpha, but we need to release the game so that everyone can play it, so that we can see that there might be things that couldn't have been seen before when you're just testing the game. You have to release the game for the community to play to learn these things that need to be fixed.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very
But
much.
thanks for your question, mate.
No problem.
Lovely question, mate. Thank you very much, Grossum. Let's get into the next one, guys. If you got a question, please raise your hands. Chris, well, let's go with DP then. DP007. Is it DPO? Yeah, DPO07. DPO, how's it going, bro? Is it going well?
Yeah, 007. Yeah, I've got a quick question. Looking at the website, quite a good website, good graphics. My question is, the roadmap. You haven't got no specific timelines for the roadmaps. And also, just looking at the roadmap, it looks like phase 2 is almost done. Looking at phase 3 is going to be done in another 2 weeks, thereabouts. Then you've got phase 1, phase 5. How do you see as an investor that this a project that's here to stay? If you already phase 3 is going to be done in 2 to 3 weeks time, and you just got phase 1, phase 5 left.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why do you say that phase 3 will take 2 weeks?
Yeah, because phase 3, you're talking about 6,000 Telegram members. You're already on 7,000. You're talking about launch on PancakeSwap. You're going to be launching next week sometimes. You're talking about Dex2 trading, Twitter campaign.
We're launching on the 22nd, my friend.
22nd. That's next week. And you said CoinGecko and CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap has been fast tracked. So that means phase 3 is going to be in progress next week, and you've got phase 1, phase 5 left. It looks like a lovely project, but how would you convince me as an investor that this project is here to stay?
Yeah, so thank you for your question, and I understand where you're coming from. So we actually have some updates to the roadmap and to the white paper which need to be made. I'm going to say this first one is very condensed. It's a very condensed format of what is going to be happening. We've already cleared phase 1 and phase 2, as you said. Phase 3, we're kind of ahead of schedule on phase 3. 6,000 members was our goal. I mean, we're already at 7,000. We think we're going to clear that. We could even get to 10,000 by launch. Phase 4 and phase 5 are very condensed. There's not massive details on them, and we need to extend these and open it out so that it shows the more long-term features of this. There's obviously long-term parts on it, so you've got the NFTs coming out, but the actual details of that do need to be updated onto the website.
That's all. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Thanks for your question.
Thank you very much, DPO, for your straightforwardness. We appreciate it. Always staying honest, and I'm happy that you shook it off, got it off you. It's good that you guys get your questions off. At the end of the day, you're going to be putting your money into this, so don't feel shy. Be straightforward, get things out of your head, and make sure that you're ready for an investment. Of course, AK wants to ask a question too. AK, Mr. Bushido, hello there.
Hello, guys.
Hey, Mac.
I want to say that you have a very good project there, good utility and good graphics. I like that. I want to ask that you guys gonna release NFT soon, right?
Yeah, we don't have the specific dates for them yet, as we feel it's unfair to release them and then not stick to that. We will be releasing them as soon as we have a date set, but it won't be that far into the future. We believe we're looking like hopefully within a month of launch, hopefully less. So yeah, very, very soon into the project.
Do you guys also gonna release marketplace for the NFT?
Yeah, I think I kind of mentioned this earlier. So at first, we will not be releasing the marketplace because it takes a lot more work to release this, and we kind of want to get things rolling. It is going to be in development with the NFTs, but at the start, they will be released on a more mainstream one, sort of Treasureland NFT trade, like all of the ones you'll know. Possibly PancakeSwap marketplace as well, as we're hearing good things about this.
Okay. Last questions. Is there any team vesting for pre-sale?
There's no vesting for pre-sale, as basically I mentioned the max contribution earlier. The max contribution is only 1 BNB. We did this because we didn't want to have any large holders at pre-sale level, so that when new investors come in, We don't want them to be scared that they're going to be dumped on by these early buyers or these early pre-sale investors. So because it's only a 1 BNB allocation, we decided not to do vesting on it.
Okay, cool, mate. Thank you.
Thanks for your question, mate.
Very wise question, AK. I'm happy you got off your project. Is looking very, very promising, guys. As I said, from my own perspective, as a long-term investor, I've been investing for a long time. I can tell you this is going to be really good. You know, if they stick to what they say, graphic-wise looks great. The game looks insane. The whole structure of development looks insane too. They are professional. He's definitely a good one. I'm very, very happy, very bullish as well. I'll be investing myself, surely. LKD, Chris, do you want to do one last question and then we just round it up?
Sure, man. We can do question for the next 10 minutes. We don't mind.
For sure. Let's go with Jackpot then. Jackpot's got a question for us. Jackpot, hello there.
Thanks. I just would like to ask, what will be the Max wallet?
So at launch, we're going to implement a Max wallet for the first and a Max transaction for the first 5 or so minutes, just to stop any bots. Or this is one of the many functions we have to stop bots. But after that, there will be no Max wallet. This is because we're launching at 600 or 700k market cap. We believe for you to get a huge percentage of the supply, you'd have to be investing huge amounts. And if you believe in our project that much, we encourage people to invest. You know, this isn't a fair launch, so we're not worried about snipers taking a huge percentage. We have bot and anti-bot functions in place. So yeah, there's only going to be a Max wallet
So there
for the
will
first
be
few minutes.
Max sell as
The
well.
Max sell as well. That's going to be for the first few minutes, and then after that, it will be reduced to normal. We encourage buying and selling. You know, it's healthy for people to sell. If people can't sell, then what happens is when the volume slows, then everyone sells. So we encourage it, but we believe that people will want to hold the token and they'll see the benefits and the utility in the future. So they'll be long-term holders with us.
Yeah, and lots of investors waiting on a dump.
Exactly, they want to buy the dip. So
and if I just can mention something, because when I started investing in crypto, I find the project on PooCoin and this kind of stuff. And my only problem was that nearly none of the projects, even the huge ones, you know, if you go to the BSC scan and you check their contract, there is a social profile option to add it, because that one, at least for me, it was so annoying that I find a nice project, I wanted to jump in, but I wanted to read their roadmap, and I had to find by my own their website, and I had scammed a few times.
Yeah, so our details will be in our contract. It's for that, and also the main reason for it is to do with DEX tools. We want to be able to get as high a score as possible quickly on DEX tools, and a very good way to do this is having your socials, having your website based within your contract on BSC scan. So yeah, that will be there. So we hope that suffices for you.
Also, you mentioned being scammed before. My biggest advice would be look into your privacy settings on Telegram to not get invited on any fake groups. So join our group, Doge and Token, and yeah, do the privacy setting thing, and you should be able to stay on our group and not get invited into any other.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Lovely, yeah. Thank you very much, Jackpot. Thank you very, very much. Let's get on with Full Stop. Full Stop's got a question too for us. Full Stop, go for it. We're happy to hear it from you.
Does literally. Thank you very much for unmuting me. And great project, guys. I really like the idea of your project. I really like the fact that you've got multiple characters within numerous variation, and everything else you said in terms of your unique utility and the power boost to sort of like enhance your earning when it comes to the gaming side of things. I guess my question, and I'm going to be very direct with it, is why the name Dog Run to the Moon? I asked this question. Hello?
Sorry, you
Yeah,
broke up there.
you broke up. We can
Yeah,
hear you.
Ah,
you got cut off there.
can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
You
heard
asked
why
why
We
Dog
Doge.
can
Run,
we
Doge
can
Run
hear
to
you
the
now. Yeah.
Moon.
Sure. I was just asking about your name, Dog Run to the Moon, Dodge Run to the Moon. Now it's a combination of kind of like different tokens. And perception really matters. Some people may see that name and just, I mean, serious people may see the name and would maybe be put off by the name. So how do you plan to, what's the word that I'm looking for? How do you plan to change people's perception when they
No,
see
yeah.
your name,
That, that
essentially?
that's a good question. I would say that we really don't care what people think. We have our utility, we have our game, and also like you can look at BSC. The big. I'm going to mention a few big names. We've got Dogecoin, obviously. We've got Shiba, we've got Baby Doge, and other coins with names starting with Doge or Baby or Shiba or whatever you can think of, manage to succeed. So it will not be a problem. I mean, at the end of the day, we're targeting a specific market of the crypto market. We're not targeting Ethereum nerds or Bitcoin veterans. We're targeting BSC investors. So it will not matter.
Yeah. Also, I'd like to add to that as well. I understand what you're saying about this Doge, and you're saying serious investors, but I think any of us would be lying if you're trying to tell me now that there aren't serious investors involved in these meme coins. These investors follow the money, and there's huge, huge money into these things. And then the professional side of it, as Benson said, you've only got to look onto our website. You've only got to look onto our roadmap to take a second and think, you know what? This isn't just a meme coin. They're taking all the best parts of the meme coin and incorporating it and building it onto a real game and a real utility token. So I do get your point, but I really don't think we're going to have an issue convincing those people. But thank you.
Great answer. Thank you.
No, thank you for your question.
Straight up and very, very healthy question. I do understand your concerns. Having seen so many meme tokens following meme trends being just shits, basically. I do understand your concern, but I don't think this is the case. I mean, you can attribute a meme image and a meme name to something that does have a utility and that has a serious development behind it, and still, get great results from communities. So, no biggie in my opinion, honestly. Great guys. I mean, good questions, good content, good AMA as well. I don't want to make it any longer. I don't want to be taking any more of your time either. We got a lot of things to do actually, and a long way to go. So, if you guys just want to say a few last things, and then we'll just round it up, then that'd be great.
Yeah, absolutely. Just want to firstly thank you, Benson, and obviously Travladd for having us. It's been great to get in here. Huge, huge amount of investors, great community. I want to thank everyone for their questions. And if we didn't manage to answer anything today, or we didn't manage to bring you on board with how much we love the project, please drop by to the Telegram or drop any of us a DM. We'd be happy to talk through anything about the project. And we hope to see you there on pre-sale and launch day.
Yeah, I'll just like to add. Obviously, first of all, thank you for having us, and thank you for those who joined and listened. If you have any questions, you can join our TG. We have a 24/7 open voice chat, and obviously, if you want to get a whitelist spot, you might win if you join and participate in the voice chat. We do some giveaways. Obviously, I believe in about 5 minutes the whitelist spots will close because it literally ends in 4 minutes. So yeah, you still have time. 4 minutes left. So yeah, join our TG and we'll pick a few people to participate in the whitelist.
Perfect, yeah. Join the Telegram now, guys. They also got a giveaway going on, so you might be a lucky winner, as well as I think winning a whitelist spot is kind of like a gift. So don't miss the chance. Go to the Telegram, give them some love. They deserve it. With that said, Grizz and LKD, and of course the rest of the team that has made it, best of luck. You guys do what you're doing. You guys are definitely doing well. So that said, just keep working hard, keep developing, and best of luck once again. Have a good one.
All right, thank you, Benson. Cheers for having us, mate, and take care. All the best.
Yeah, no problem. Cheers. I'll see you guys very soon, most likely. I'm sure we'll do updates in no time. So again, have a great night. Have a great day wherever you are, and that's it. Thank you once again.
Okay, take care, mate. Cheers.
Right, guys. Thank you for coming to another AMA. That was it. That is going to be it for the night. It is time to relax. It is time to do your thing. Keep yourselves positive. Enjoy. And I'll see you in our next AMA tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye. Cheers.